Shalom unto the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. First and foremost, before I get into my lesson, I want to start off by giving all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Bakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone that teach and that rule well today. And salutation also to the fellow laborers that's in the ministry and the believers that scatter worldwide in all truth and sincerity, day in and day out. Once again, I'm the brother Shaquat Gabar, coming at you with another quick lesson. And right before I get into this lesson, this message or these videos goes out to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which we are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible. And also to the Israelite foreigners that scattered amongst the heathen nations and that may take on the physical appearance or look of another nation. But if your bloodline goes back to Negro, Latino, or Native American descent by the seed of your father, you are considered an Israelite as well. Shalom. So basically, I'm just going to get into a quick lesson. As you can see, I had this video queued up on the screen. Okay, once again, which is all one of the beloved brothers amongst the ministry. Okay, channel, Arrows of In the Nation 144. Okay, you can see the title he gave it, Esau, in his own words, straight from the horse mouth, make Babylon great again in 2025. Okay, and if you're following along when it comes to the Hebrew Israelites and the teaching, okay, we come to the understanding, okay, today, okay, spiritually, this place America, okay, is Babylon the Great, okay, which is also known as spiritual Egypt, okay, spiritual Sodom, okay, Assyria, Nineveh, okay, but mainly spiritually known as Babylon the Great, okay, which the word Babylon in the Hebrew, okay, Baal means confusion, because that's what you have here in America, okay, a bunch of confusion, okay, and when it comes to, we come to the understanding as well, who are the biblical Edomites are today, which are the so-called white race, okay, that's ruling, okay, mainly these elites, these central bankers that's ruling over America, down to the less illuminated ones when it comes to this government, okay, and those that's in league with them. And when it comes to your average so-called white American citizen, okay, because like I said, I'm gonna play this video. This individual, got a podcast and an Edomite call in and asking about, when it comes to the whole 2025 election, okay, or presidential campaign of Donald Trump, okay, because Donald Trump always have the slogan, "Make America Great Again," okay. You got a lot of these average Edomites, okay, that for prior years, okay, or previous years, okay, this place America is on the decline, okay, to the point, okay, that now they still trusting, okay, this place to bounce back, okay, now that Trump back in office, okay, you can see it on the Edomites' face, and then when it comes to, and then they pride, okay, when it comes to their pride, man, thinking that America gonna continue on, okay, but now we on the verge of this place collapsing, okay, and Trump playing a role into that with all these tariffs, okay, with all these sanctions on other countries, okay, such as China, okay, Canada, Mexico, okay, which we know Trump is doing the bidding of these elites of Esau, Edom, okay, and we on the verge of this place crashing because these elites want to bring a casteless society, which all that ties into Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, which is the mark of the beast, okay, which is on the RFID microchip that's going to replace the physical dollar, okay, and that's why you're seeing this place financially going down, man, okay, inflation, soon to be hyperinflation, job losses, okay, poverty, okay, the coming of food shortages, pestilence, civil unrest, martial law, race wars, okay, and ultimately this place is going to be destroyed at the peak of the Third World War, because there is going to be a Third World War, and this place is going to be destroyed by the way of thermonuclear fire, and also going to lead into the time of who the world called Christ, Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, second coming. Okay, by the way of the chariots, what the world called UFOs, man. Okay, Yahweh Shai's come back to bring war against these nations' armies. Okay, especially Esau, Edom. He's come back to take Esau, Edom, and these heathens out of power and establish the kingdom of Israel. Okay, and at that time, Yahweh Shai is only going to deliver the elect, which were considered the 144,000 and the 1/3 that's destined to be saved. Okay, because at this time, 2/3 of so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, according to Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8, could be cut off and judged. Okay, and these plagues, when it comes to the Lord's judgment here upon America. Okay, but the whole point, of the lesson that I'm getting into, hey, this place is through, man. Okay, Esau, Edom. Okay, these heathens, like I say, 2/3 of our people that trust in this place. Okay, that's not in the spirit of repenting, not acknowledging their true heritage, not acknowledging their true power. Okay, and not acknowledging the times that we're in. Okay, and so it doesn't matter how much you Edomites cry. Okay, because Esau, Edom known for crying. Okay, and trying to play the victim. Okay, the whole time he is the villain. Okay, he's the cause of the earth problems. Okay, why the earth so jacked up. Okay, when it comes to these elites, on down to these average Edomites, man. Okay, yeah, we already know why. When it comes to America, we know about the enslavement of the Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, and the bloodshed, and still to this day we in captivity. Okay, but now we're at the point that Esau, Edom, that the Lord is visiting Edom. Okay, about to take him out of power, as we are witnessing their kingdom, okay, going down. Okay, but they still had that proud look, thought, talk. Okay, think they're gonna continue on, man. Okay, now, cause once this place America destroyed by the way of thermonuclear fire, as I make mention of the peak of the Third World War, hey, they're going into captivity. Hey, you Edomites, you average Edomites that's over here, that's gonna be judged. Okay, and when it comes to the kingdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and the kingdom of Israel, okay, being established, all you Edomites going into captivity, man. Okay, and the rest of you heathens. Okay, yeah, but you Edomites that perish on this side, and you're gonna come back in the kingdom, being servants unto us, man. Okay, once the kingdom is established, man. Okay, but let me go ahead and play this because I don't want to make this video too long, and I pray that the lesson is edifying.
Here's the next question, off, if that's your name. What does Make America Great Again mean to you?
Well, it's pretty self-explanatory, isn't it?
Well, it isn't. Why don't you tell me? I want you to explain it to me. I want to pick your brain.
We're going to bring back how America used to be. We are going to bring back white supremacy. We're going to bring back white order.
You want to bring back white? You want to bring back white supremacy? Is that what you just said? Did I hear you right?
Absolutely.
So Make America, thank you for being honest. So Make America Great Again to you means bringing back white supremacy.
We're going to bring it back, and we're going to make this country great again like it used to be.
If you don't mind me asking you, Adolf, is that why you voted for Donald Trump? Because you want to bring back white supremacy? Is that one of the reasons why you voted for Donald Trump?
Hell yeah.
Well, I appreciate your honesty. So you want to make America white. So that was my question. Make America great again. To you, does it mean make America white again?
Absolutely.
It does.
Why would we not want to have our country be how it used to be when it was great, when we were back in control?
So do you think it was great when black people were owned as slaves and women couldn't vote? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, I'm not going back that far. I wasn't around, but, in my earlier years, it was great.
Why was it great? What was different in your early... I don't know how old you are, sir, but what was great in your earlier years, besides the claiming that you support white supremacy, which is bigoted and racist in nature, which I find very troubling but not shocking? What back in your earlier days was so great that's changed now for the worse. Can you explain that to me?
We had whites with the jobs. We had whites being able to support their family.
Well, how come whites aren't able to support their family now?
Yes. Well, no, a lot of them black people took our jobs.
Were you just about ready to use the N-word on this show?
The Mexicans are coming over here and they're taking jobs, and quite frankly, there's a lot of my fellow whites that can't get jobs or work, support their families.
I want to ask you another question, and I mean this in a serious question. Are you a member of like the Proud Boys or the Klan? Please be honest with me. Are you a member of a right-wing white fringe group?
You know, I know people and I hang out with the people.
Okay,
and
so that was my fair enough. So I want to ask you. There's a reason why I asked.
You know, so basically that's the little short clip that the brother put up. Going to this Edomite on this podcast. Okay, going to how he want to make America great again and hoping in Trump and venting about how the so-called whites are losing jobs to the Negroes, the blacks, the Mexicans taking over the jobs. Okay, that's why you have now Trump, talking about deep port station. Okay, when it comes to ICE, okay, get rid of so-called illegal immigrants or migrants. When it comes to the Northern Kingdom, okay, when it comes to Hispanics, Latinos, tribes, okay, even deporting certain Southern Kingdom, okay, Negroes, man, okay, that came over from the islands, when it comes to from Haiti, okay, Jamaica, okay, the Virgin Islands, etc. Okay, those that over here that's don't have legal document, okay. Hey, but you hearing this, Edomite say it himself, making America white again. Okay, and now this the time of their downfall, man, and the curses, okay, that the Lord had put upon us as a nation when it comes to Deuteronomy chapter 28, verses 16 through 68. Okay, the Lord is slowly putting the curses on the Edomites at this time. Okay, because they don't had their heyday. Okay, they don't had their time, their moment. Okay, ruling in wickedness. Okay, but now we coming to the end. Okay, and there ain't gonna be no healing for this place, America. Okay, that's why it's gonna lead to more civil unrest. Okay, you got division amongst these Edomites at this time. Okay, yeah, but they want to make America, you might as well say white again, or Edomite, Edomite supremacy. Okay, yeah, but they divided amongst each other. Okay, hey, you just had Trump took in some Edomites from South Africa. Okay, that they brought them over here and saying that now they got America privilege. Okay, due to that over there in South Africa. Okay, a lot of those whites, which they stole that land from the Hamites, but you got a lot of the Hamites or original Africans that coming against them. Okay, if we know about Elon Musk, okay, that's from South Africa. Okay, he's part of Trump administration. Okay, when it comes to the whole Doge, and Treasury. Okay, so now those South Africans, Edomites, okay, being the victim again. Okay, they brought them over here to seek a better life or opportunity. Okay, yeah, so they show you how they moving, man. Okay, now they moving more towards the pseudoscience. Okay, using these science to try to make it seem like they're the supreme nation. Okay, and at the same time, dumbing down the so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, which is, ultimately it will more inferior than them. Okay, we're more supreme than them. Okay, because Yahweh Shema Shai, the God of the Bible, created all nations. And when it comes to all nations, Esau, Edom, okay, it's the lowest. He's the low. And the reason why he in power now, because Yahweh Shema Shai got him in power. Okay, till the Lord take his glory from him. Okay, we starting to see that, man. Okay, like I said, it's going to be division amongst these Edomites. Okay, civil unrest, man. Okay, yeah, wait till more and more the coming months when these tariffs and these prices go up. Okay, all these tariffs take effect. Okay, and we know the Edomites knowing about their guns, the right to bear arms. They want to take that away. Freedom of speech. Okay, yeah, because when it comes to these elites of Esau Edom, hey, they don't give a damn about you, you average Edomites, man. Okay, they see you as goyim. Okay, or useless eaters. Okay, the Esau Edom want these elites even want to come against their own people, man. Okay, they want to come against all nations, especially especially when it comes to Negro, Latino, Native Americans. But you average Edomites over here in America, they get ready to fear the wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. Okay, so that's it. Let me get into the scriptures, and I'm gonna start off with Isaiah chapter 2, verse 11, and it says, "The lofty looks of man should be humble, and the haughtiness of men should be bowed down, and the Lord alone, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, shall be exalted in that day." So Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to be exalted. Okay, and that's by the way of the elect. Okay, giving praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai and the Lord doing his work, man. Okay, when it comes to the plagues or the judgment upon this place, America, and that's going to lead to the proud Americans. Okay, their lofty looks. Okay, they're going to be brought down low. Okay, when all hell breaks loose, when there's anarchy. Okay, chaos. Okay, like I say, civil unrest, race wars, martial law, detention centers. Okay, famine, pestilence. Okay, all hell breaking loose, man. Okay, yeah, so the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, is going to be exalted. Yeah, because Esau Edom, he don't believe, okay, in the true living power, man. He's the wicked. Okay, and all the times, he don't lie and deceive nations, put himself up as, God himself. Okay, the whitewashing, iconoclasm. Okay, but now to the point they technology, they AI gonna take over. Ain't gonna be no existence of a higher power. Get rid of the Bible. Okay. Yeah, but when Yahweh Shem Yahushai show his power and bring Esau Edom, or take him down, or take Esau Edom out of power and bring him down. Okay, that's when to magnify Yahweh Shem Yahushai power. Okay, all his work. Okay, when it comes to this place destruction. And when the time of Yahushua make his second coming and bring the deliverance to the elect of the nation of Israel. Okay. Verse 12. "For the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty, and upon everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low." Yeah, so that's done with Esau Edom. Okay, and these heathens. Okay, they're gonna be brought low, man. Okay, matter of fact, let me get this. Yeah, but the Lord set them up to be the wicked. Okay, when it comes to their pride, man. This is Obadiah chapter 1, verse. Let me get straight to the point. Obadiah chapter 1, verse 3. And it says, "The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rocks." Okay, yeah, Esau Edom. Okay, because they're known to be in the caves, man. Okay, which the word, they call this of Caucasian. The word Caucasian means cave dweller. Okay, we know about that during the time of the Dark Ages. Okay, that Esau Edom got pushed up into the caves. Okay, mainly during the time of southern, Georgia, Russia. Okay, they got pushed up into the caves. Okay, that's why you have the term now, Caucasian, as they call themselves. Okay, these Edomites, or the so-called white race. Okay, over there, Europe, but the word Caucasian means cave dweller. Okay, and we always know going into Mount Petra. Okay, the Edomites' homeland. Okay, Mount Petra, which I think Petra means rock. Okay, because they always known to being in the caves, okay? Cavemen, cave women, okay? And you look at America today, okay? It's not but, when it comes to these skyscrapers, okay? These tall buildings, okay? That's a remembrance of them, of the caves, okay? That's how we know they are the Edomites today, okay? The pavements, concrete pavement, okay? But it says, the part of our heart have the CD that dwelleth in the cliffs of the rock, whose habitation is high, that say in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? And that's these Edomites mind frame, okay? These elites all the way down to the average Edomite, okay? These low-level Edomites still prideful, okay? When it comes to the high-minded, okay? But these elites, they go on the force, the NWO, okay? And on top of that, these American Edomites thinking that this place gonna continue on, okay? Even though majority don't see this place is out of here, okay? It's just mainly our people that trying to uphold this place and trust in this place, man, okay? Verse 4, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest amongst the stars, this where I will bring thee down, said the Lord. Yeah, the eagle is known for the what? Okay, a proud bird. Okay, and that's the symbol of America. Okay, the eagle. Okay, but it also going into how they exalt themselves as the eagle when it comes to their pride, but their technology. Okay, when it comes to their satellites out of space, their weapons out of space. Okay, like I said, the skyscrapers. Okay, setting themselves up on high. Okay, they mind frame. Okay, when it comes to these elites on down to the average Edomites that think lawfully. Okay, but Lord about to bring them down. Okay, verse 5. If these come to thee, if robbers come by night, how art thou cut off? Will they not have stolen till they had enough? Yeah, because how they got this place, America. Okay, they stole it. Okay, by the way of the bloodshed of the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, and still to this day. Okay, and it says, and they done stole and colonized every damn thing, man. Okay, but especially when it comes to the history of America. Okay, so when you hear about these Edomites talking about make America great again, okay, that's, as you heard that individual, white supremacy or Edomite supremacy. Okay, if we want to, which that's how they supposed to be, man. Okay, because the Lord set them up, okay, to be the adversary, okay, and to be our enemies. Okay, so they supposed to be thinking like that, okay, how they want to rule over here in America forever and keep us down on the bottom. Okay, which this place is our captivity. Okay, and this all was prophesied. Okay, in the workings of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Okay, but now we're in the time of their downfall, man. Okay, and it says, would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the great gatherers come to thee, would they not leave some grapes? Yeah, Esau, Edom, greed. Okay, they want everything unto themselves, man. Okay, and they have done it by the way of the sword. Okay, which is their blessing. Okay, but now we come to the point of the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai about to take them out of power, man. And it doesn't matter how much they want to cry or sigh, or cry. Okay, when it comes to their wickedness, man. Okay, these Edomites, man, they through, man. Okay, and us that's in the faith. Okay, me personally, praying that I'm of the hopeful elect. I can't wait till Yahweh Shemel Shai take the Edomites out of power, man, and we get to rule over them. Okay, and the ones of our people that don't want to see this place go down, man, forget about them, man. Okay, they will have to go down with Esau, Edom, and they will have to come back in the kingdom in their right mind. Okay, yeah, because this devil is through, man. Okay, and as he on the point of his downfall, it is Revelation 12:12 said that he know if he have a short time left, so he come with that great wrath. Okay, for you Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, they're thinking that Esau, Edom is your buddy, your friend, or you trust in this system. When it comes to these Edomites, hey, y'all about to get a rule awakening, man. Okay, so they through. Okay, Esau, Edom through, and the 2/3 of our people. Okay, And it says, verse 6, how art the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? Okay, yeah, they being exposed. Okay, due to the internet. Okay, due to the prophets. Okay, and they exposing each other. Okay, when it comes to these elites' agenda. Okay, their history. Okay, you got the whole critical race theory. Okay, and all that madness they pushing out. Okay, and so they being exposed. Okay. And it says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee, prevail against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Okay, so these nations, you see the nations, okay, coming against you Edomites, man. You American Edomites. Okay, like I say, look at China or Russia, okay, the Russians, they're Edomites. Okay, but that show you that division. Okay, certain members of the EU, NATO, coming against America. Okay, they supposed to be allies, man. Okay, and so the Lord got them division or got them divide. Okay, like I say, you got the Arab nations ready to come against this place, man. Okay, look at Iran. Okay, you got Trump now and then trying to do peace talks with Syria. Okay, arming Saudi Arabia. Okay, but all that's gonna backfire, man. Because eventually, the Lord gonna put the spirit on these heathen nations. Okay, to come against this place, America. Okay, so that's it on that. Let's get this. This is Psalms chapter 12, verse 3. The Lord shall cut off all flattering lips, and the tongue that speak proud things. It is these elites on down to the average American Edomite. Okay, when it comes to their pride, man. Okay, thinking they're gonna continue on the rule, man. Okay, they're gonna continue on to oppress us. Okay, and it says, "Who said with our tongue we will prevail, and our lips are our own? Who is Lord over us?" Yeah, so that's their mind frame. Okay, Edomite supremacy. Okay, having a mind frame they're better than everybody, but in all actuality, well, like I say, Esau Edom, he's the lowest, and he's gonna soon find that out, man. Okay, when Yahweh shall return to establish the kingdom of Israel, and they going back on the bottom. Okay, and I just read Obadiah 1. Okay, but Obadiah 1 and 18 is gonna play an effect after that 1,000-year period of Esau Edom being enslaved. Okay, in our kingdom, they're gonna be the only nation that's gonna be cut off, man, or done away with. Okay, Obadiah 1 and 18. Okay, verse 5, and it says, "For the oppression of the poor and for the sighting of the needy, now I will rise, say the Lord, and I will set them in safety from him that puffeth at him." And that's going to the nation of Israel. Okay, because right now we are the oppressed when it comes to Esau Edom system. Okay, and you heard him. He say, "Yeah, I want to make want white supremacy again." Okay, which we say Edomite supremacy, because they are the Edomites. And you know what that come with? More and more oppression, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans. And these elites had that mind frame down to these average Edomites, man. Okay, that's losing at this time. But they still think they're better than us, man. Okay, that's them puffing at us. Okay, but Yahweh Shemal Shah said he's going to set the nation of Israel, okay, starting with the elect in safety. Okay, when Yahweh shall return to deliver the elect. And prior to that, the Lord having the covenant of the elect during the time of Jacob's trouble, man. Okay, and eventually the kingdom being established. Okay, and that's going to be our safety. Okay, when the Yahweh shall return to redeem the elect. Okay, let me see. This is Psalm chapter 55, I'll start at verse 1. It says, "To the chief musician of Nigartha Mashalach, a song of David." Okay, it says, "Give ear to my prayer, O power, hide not thyself in my supplications." And that's what we're doing. Okay, also the hopeful elect. okay, that's crying out to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay, when it comes to our prayers, man, and, you know, having faith and being involved in this work, okay, and prophesying the downfall of this place, man. Okay, looking for Yahweh Shai to return to take these devils out of power. And it's soon to come. Okay, we at that point, at that pivot time, or that appointed time now. Okay, and it says, attend unto me, hear me, I mourn in my complaint, and make a noise. Okay, so daily, okay, as we being oppressed once again. Okay, we crying out to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay, Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4, going into how the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that's done in the midst thereof. Okay, ultimately the elect. Okay, and it says, because of the voice of the enemy, because of the oppression of the wicked, for they had cast iniquity upon me, and in the wrath they hate me. Okay, and that's these elites, Esau Edom, down to the average American Edomite. Okay, and so as we being oppressed, and our prayers is and constantly to serve Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and hasten for this place to go down, man. Okay, and we don't got long. Okay, because now, like I say, the curses that the Lord put upon us, He's about to put upon our enemies. Let me see. Here you go. Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 6. And the Lord thy power will circumcise thy heart and the heart of thy seed into the love of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, thy power with all thy heart. And it says, and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live. Okay, going to the elect, ultimately, the elect of the nation of Israel. They're coming back into the truth. Okay, verse 7, the point. And the Lord thy power, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecute thee. So this is the time now. They about to witness the curses, man. Okay, that's written in Deuteronomy chapter 28, verses 16 through 16. Okay, and it's starting now as we in the transition stage of Esau Edom being taken out of power. Okay, and Israel waking up and eventually be liberated, man. Okay, when Yahweh Shai return to redeem the elect. Okay, and our kingdom being established. Okay, and Esau Edom gonna feel the curses. Okay, like I said, these average American Edomites, they're gonna be judged over here. They're gonna have to come back in the kingdom, being servants. Okay, because the elites of Esau Edom and the heathens that remain from the nuclear destruction, okay, they're gonna be in their retreats. They're gonna be reserved for captivity. Okay, and the elites gonna be the first ones to go into captivity. Okay, up under Yahweh Shai and us, the nation of Israel. Okay. And like I say, you average American Edomites that's over here, that perish on this side, and you're going to come back in the kingdom through your bloodline to be servants. Okay, in the land, and once our kingdom is established. Okay. Because the kingdom is going to be on the earth. In the land of Israel, which that land going to be cleansed by the way of thermonuclear fire as well. Okay, by Russia. Okay, but it's going to be cleansed just for it to be rightfully owned by the true inheritors. Okay, because the individuals or the phonies that's over there now are not the original people. Okay, when it comes to the small hats that's chiefly in power. Okay, that land gonna be cleansed by fire just for it to be rightfully owned again by us. Okay, when it comes to the so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans, the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, man. Okay, and they're gonna build our kingdom up. So that's it on that. And I'll get another scripture and I'll get ready to close. I'll get this. Psalms 124, verse 1. It says, if it have not been the Lord who was on our side, now may Israel say, if it had not been the Lord who was on our side, when men rose up against us, they had swallowed us up quick. When their wrath was kindled against us. Yeah, these elites, a mind frame, man. Okay, the one that destroys as a nation. Okay, Psalms, the 83rd chapter, go into that. Okay, but the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, is on our side. Okay, and it says, and then the waters had overwhelmed us. The stream had gone over our soul. Yeah, that's Esau, Edom, these nations. Okay, Isaiah chapter 59, verse 19, going to how Esau, Edom ready to come in as a flood. Okay, when it comes to the martial law troops, the draconian measures, okay, the implementation of the RFID micro, okay, the time of concentration camps, persecution, okay, and it says, verse 5, and it says, then the proud waters had gone over our soul. That's Esau, Edom. Once again, they pride, man. Okay, it says, blessed be the Lord who has not given us as a prey to their teeth. And then ultimately, that's the elect. Okay, that Lord gonna have that cover for the elect. Okay, our soul will escape as a bird out of a snare of the flowers. The snare is broken, we are escaped. Our help is in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, who had made heaven and earth. And that's going to be our guide, man. Okay, Yahweh Shem Yahushua going to be with his elect. Okay, when it comes to the men, women, and children in that time. Okay, the 1/3 ultimate. Okay, they're destined to be saved, man. Okay. So that's it on that. Let me see. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and end the lesson here. And I'll pray that the lesson will edify. Until next time, Lord willing. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.